What's up, guys? We're live. KegCast number 52. NFL draft tonight kicks off in 10 minutes. Anthony has a bunch of baseball that he bet that nobody cares about tonight because the MLB is taking a night off because it is NFL draft day and it is glorious. We got NHL hockey playoff games, NBA playoff game tonight, and that's it, man. Looking forward to it. Ant's in early tonight. What's going on, Ant?
Yeah, I don't agree with anything you just said there. Like at all. Baseball's taking a night off because a bunch of NFL teams are picking a bunch of unproven college players to add to their rosters. Give me a break. I could care.
It's the one. It's the one night between now and August 25th that I could talk about football on this show. So you're just gonna have to eat that shit tonight. Sorry.
Whatever, dude. I could care less. God damn it, the Marlins just scored. Fucking Marlins.
All right. Well, Kyler Murray was minus 3,000 a couple days ago at Caesars. He's down to like minus 280.
Oh, it's fascinating.
So there's seriously. So there's a chance that he might not go number one, which would be awful because for what I bet, I need him to go number one. And
go Kyler Murray, number one. Woohoo.
Josh Rosen's getting shopped around for a second round pick, which I think a team should take a shot on. Why wouldn't you take a shot on him? I think your team should take a shot on him. That's what I think. I think Jared Goff was god-awful under Steve Fisher, and McVay turned him into an MVP candidate in a year and a half. So I think the Giants should take a shot on Rosen, and he should be the future over there in New York.
I hope the Giants pick somebody.
The talk is that Daniel Snyder took over the first-round draft for the Redskins because he wants Dwayne Haskins big time. And apparently his son went to college with Dwayne Haskins. And he might give away the farm like he did for RG3, trying to move up in front of the Giants to get Haskins. I think it would be awesome if Dwayne Haskins was a New York Giant. If he was local around here, I think the kid's got a real chance to be good. I think you'd be in good shape if they drafted Haskins and Eli played one more year.
I don't want Eli playing one more game.
I mean, it's hard to argue that. It's really hard to argue that.
Where are the Giants even picking? Are they like the number one pick?
They are the number 6 pick. But other than Kyler Murray going first, if that's what everybody's saying, where he goes, the Giants would be the first team after that needs a quarterback. Supposedly, nobody else is looking at a quarterback until 6 with the Giants. And they would have the option of taking Dwayne Haskins, Drew Lock, or the kid from Duke.
Okay. Ooh, boy. Top of
Daniel
the 5th
Jones.
inning in the Reds-Braves game. Let's go.
Steve, what's up, Steve? What's up, Adam? Flip. ESPN's talking about Miami maybe trading for Rosen. I think he's worth a shot. If you don't have to waste your first round pick on him, and you don't have to give up that, you give up something else, I think he's worth a shot, man. So what action do you have in MLB tonight for everybody?
I got Cincinnati, Atlanta, first 5 innings, under 5 runs, and they are in the top of the 5th right now. It's 1-0 Cincinnati, so let's get this home, baby. Then I also later on at 7:10 your Eastern time, but 8:10 Eastern time, but 7:10 real time. So that game's coming up in 15 minutes. I had the Cleveland-Houston first 5 under 4. And then I got 2 units on the Mariners-Rangers over 8.5. And I also am intently watching this Phillies-Marlins game because I laid a big nut on the Phillies series price against the Marlins.
I'm going to tail that over. What time's that game start, that Seattle game?
9:10.
Yeah, I'm going to tail that. 8.5. What was the juice that you got on that?
Minus 115. Man, Castillo looks really good for the Reds. He fixed that walk problem he had at the beginning of last season, and now he's just been lights out ever since the last 2 months of last season and then the beginning of this year. He's just been easily their best pitcher. He is shutting down this Braves offense, and this is not an easy Braves offense to shut down. They got a lot of really good players on this Braves offense, and Castillo's hasn't given up a run yet. The Braves should trade him to the Cubs. Or the Reds should trade Castillo to the Cubs. I'll take him. I'll give them Tyler Chatwood.
Boston Bruins up 1-0 on the Blue Jackets going into the second period. And the Stars and Blues series starts today also, I think.
What do you like for the Spurs-Nuggets game?
Man, that's a tough game. I guess I would go with the home team. I would probably back the Spurs. This is what, game 6? They win this game. It's a 7-game series. I think this is probably going 7. I think the Spurs probably win the game.
All right. I really need Nolan to get out of this inning. 2 outs, 2 strikes, runners on the corners. Oh, they get a rundown. They try to double steal. Yes! Granderson got caught in a rundown. Oh, my God. The Marlins tried to steal, but it was like a fake out, and they threw it to second, but then Granderson was at third, and he tried to steal home, but then he got caught in a rundown, and they got Granderson. So the Phillies get out of the inning. All right, so still 1-1 in that inning. Whew. Man, I really don't need the Phillies to make me sweat this. I laid too much on them to win this series.
Skis on Spurs first quarter -1.5.
Oh, okay.
That's an interesting play. Yeah, I think I would back the Spurs tonight. They probably win. It's a short line, too. Could we just talk for a minute about how much I hope the Jets keep their pick and draft one of these beast defensive linemen just so I could ride Sean like fucking Zorro? Because he's been talking about the Jets trading that pick for 2 months. I think the only chance of them trading that pick are the Redskins, but the Redskins would have to give up the farm to go from 16-3. I got Quinnen Williams goes to the Jets at +300. So let's get that home. So tonight is the first game of the Philly series?
Yes.
So they got to take 2 out of 3. And
it's a 4-game set, so they got to take 2 out of the first 3. Because I've seen other people with different ways their books do it, but my book does it where they don't count the 4th game and they just count the first 3.
That's great. I like that.
Yeah, how does it do it with the 4-game series? I've never.
I assume you have to go 3 out of 4, and if it's a 2-2 split, you get your money back. It's the only way that's the only way it would count, right?
Yeah, but I guess, I don't know. I've never had to deal with a book that counted the 4th game in a series bet. My books always just counted the first 3 games, and every single bet, it specifically says only first 3 games of series count. Yeah, so I mean they could split it 2-2, but if the team you bet on wins the first 2 games of the series, and then the other team wins the other 2 games of the series, it doesn't matter. Your team, you still win your series bet because it ignores the 4th game, so the 4th game isn't part of your bet. But yeah, I've seen other people like tell me whenever I post a series bet, they'll be like, "But that's a 4-game series," and I'm like, "Well, sorry, I don't fucking know what to do about a 4 if what your book tells you a 4-game series." So maybe if I tweet out series bets, I should like make that disclaimer then that it's on a first 3 games only portion. If it involves a 4-game series, I don't know. I still got my fingers crossed that Iowa passes that gambling law. I haven't seen.
Oh, Indiana's just passed today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we are on the cusp, man. I hope this fucking show takes off. Because eventually every state, even your fucking bumblefuck state, is going to legalize sports betting.
Oh, God, really? Yeah, my bumblefuck state's not going to legalize it. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
I think it's remarkable that there is not a casino in Nebraska. That's amazing to me.
Nope.
That is
Kansas
amazing.
has them.
Like, you know what? Marijuana, sports betting, everything aside. How is there not a fucking casino? How could you not play a hand of blackjack or Texas Hold'em in Nebraska? Are they the only state in the union that doesn't have a casino?
No. There's like 8 or 9 of them. I know Utah doesn't.
Okay,
but Flipper 13
doesn't have a casino.
Yeah, but Flipper 13's pointed out like Council Bluffs is like 10 minutes from where I live, dude. Council Bluffs.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, but you know what, Aunt? There, Nebraska's a big state. A lot of people don't have the option that you have that live in that state. It's great where you are. It's perfect for you.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest. Like 50% of the state lives in the Omaha metropolitan area. I mean, and if you want to count Lincoln, it's.
Can you literally? Is there a point in Nebraska where you could just drive miles and miles and no one lives there?
I don't know, probably. I don't drive those areas, but I mean, it's like that in almost every Midwestern state when you get outside of big cities. It's just a bunch of rural areas. I mean, it's not just Nebraska. It's like Kansas, Oklahoma. Wyoming is like what, the 8th biggest state in land, and there's like 300,000 people in there.
You've never driven like the whole state that you live?
Why would I? No. Why would I want to drive out there? I
just to see the fucking area that you live in.
I don't live. What makes no?
I've driven probably to almost every town in New Jersey, probably.
Well, good for you. I'm not driving to. I don't know. I couldn't even name you half the damn towns. I mean, come on, dude. Although there's like way more sparsely populated states than Nebraska. I mean, Nevada for one. Like literally everyone who lives in Nevada is in what? Las Vegas and then Reno. Outside of that, it's just 300 miles of endless desert. So
yeah, that's true.
Or I mean, Montana has less people than Nebraska, and Montana's like almost the size of California.
The suit game is strong right now on ESPN. I would rock any of those suits.
I would be lying if I told you I was watching ESPN. Should I turn ESPN on my tablet since I got split screen of the 2 baseball games right now? Should I just turn ESPN on my tablet that way I can humor you?
Just like feel like you're a part of the rest of the sports world tonight. I would probably just throw it on the tablet.
I just don't care. I have never cared that much about the NFL draft. I don't get why people get hyped over it. I am perfectly content in reading the list of players picked afterwards. Like, I don't see – I mean, I've tried watching the draft. I mean, trust me, dozens and dozens of times I've tried watching the NFL draft. I don't get – I've tried. It's not there, dude. It's just not working. It's not entertaining. Watching Roger Goodell walk up and go, the Washington Redskins with the 23rd pick some random tight end none of you have ever heard of from the University of whatever. I mean, that is not entertaining.
I will know every player in probably the first 4 rounds of the draft.
Well, I mean, cool. But, Nolly's in the chat. Hey, Nolly. So great minds think alike because Nolly and we're actually on the exact same first 5 under in the Cleveland Indians game.
What's up, Nolly? MLB games, Reds up 1-0 against the Braves. Tigers up 3-2 in the third against Boston, and the Phillies knotted at 1 in the 4th inning and shitting. It's an ass clincher right now in the 4th.
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm just we're in the bottom of the 5th inning in the Cincinnati Cleveland game, or this. Why did I say Cleveland? In the Cincinnati and Atlanta game, and I got the first 5 under. So I would like Tehran to get out of this inning with no more runs. Well, I guess he can give up 3 runs because I have under 5. So I mean, if Cincinnati ends the game with 4-0 after the 5th, I mean, I still win. So it's whatever. But I just want to him to hurry up and get out of the inning now, so that way I don't have to wait that long. All right. He wants to make it interesting. We got runners at the corners for the Reds now. He just gave up a hit. So Reds got runners at the corners with 2 outs. Let's get a double play.
So you cashed both your first-round hockey plays. That's nice, man.
So I don't know how to pronounce Nolly's name. Okay, sorry. Is it Noli?
It's spelled like Nolly. I don't know.
Hey, real Ryan Gosling's in the house.
Oh, real Ryan Gosling checking in. How's Hollywood been, bro? Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, Noli was on Jimmy the Bag show today with DJ Big Boss. I saw that.
DJ Big Boss. I've never seen him in our chat for some reason.
He's kind of a funny guy. I saw him and that Big Ragu guy. I watched those two were live streaming the NCAA basketball tournament.
Were they?
Yeah, it was kind of an entertaining little live stream they did. They didn't do what we were doing, where we're live betting. They were like doing the breakdowns of the games that day, and it was kind of informative. I watched that for a little bit.
We gotta get that Ragu on the show one day.
He's got funny hat. He wears hats like my brother wears those.
His hat game is strong.
My brother wears those type of hats all the time. My brother has like 1 million fedoras.
His hat game is strong. Noli's you gotta bring some of the low baggers over, brother. We can get you on the show too. Eric, Edge, if you're watching, I sent you an invite, man. I don't know if you're watching. I sent you an invite. I sent Max an invite. I sent Twatty an invite. And I said, Ant an invite.
So how's whatever happened to all the people that from up north that we know? Because I haven't heard from anyone ever since the Maple Leafs lost.
Yeah, I haven't heard about Max. I don't know. Max might be in a bad place. I haven't heard from him.
Oh, do you want to confirm why we went off abruptly the other night? Because I did check the chat, and apparently a lot of people thought you just shut everything off also because the Toronto won by 19.
Oh no, I hedged. I made no money, unfortunately, when I could have made like 1,500. But I didn't lose money. But my internet was out. I had to order another router. It still hasn't come. That's the bad news. And I have an extender that I bought this thing. Oh shit. Fuck.
What?
I just moved the fucking screen by accident. All right. I ordered this thing, which I have, which is it's like a range. It's got like 4 antennas. This thing cost me like $170, but I haven't set it up yet. But I also, in addition to that, I ordered another router. So it's all good.
Okay, so it's nice to know that
you don't have to worry about me.
It's nice to know that as much as I live in a bumblefuck state, it's your internet that's really choppy. So glad to see that people in the Northeast haven't figured out broadband yet.
Yeah, you know us. You know us. Us people from the Northeast. You know, that tri-state area isn't very technological.
Nah, if you were in Seattle, you probably know what you were doing. Maybe my brother can help you out. He's an IT whiz.
I don't know what the fuck am I watching right now?
I don't know what you're watching.
Some giant super fan just won something that I have no idea what he won.
There's all these fucking baseball games on, and you're watching some giant super fan?
I don't know what he won, though. Maybe like a trip to the Super Bowl? I'm not sure.
Well, we got 2 outs and 2 strikes on Suarez here. So let's see if Tehran can get this strikeout. I can get my under. That was not a strikeout. That was going to be a 2-run double. So now this has got more interesting than I wanted it to be. Now it's a 3-0 Reds with a man on second with 2 outs. So no harm, no foul as long as he can get the next guy out. I actually thought Suarez hit a home run there. It went right off the wall. Man, he blasted that. How do you leave a hanging breaking ball like that in the top of the zone on a 1-2 count? What the fuck? If you're going to throw that breaking ball, it better be in the dirt, you piece of shit. See, that's why everyone fades Tehran. That's why Tehran's the most faded pitcher on the fucking Braves.
Is that why?
I don't know. I'm just venting. But he'll get Winker out. I mean, with a name like Winker, he's not really going to be good at hitting baseballs.
Man, it's going to be ballsy if Cliff Kingsbury gets the Arizona Cardinals job and is like, you know what? Fuck your quarterback that you took last year. Whoever made the pick fucked up. I want this guy. Let's go. Like that would be insane.
I don't know if it'd be. You see, I don't get that. That's like so weird that like everyone is talking about the Cardinals taking a quarterback. I'm like, didn't they just take a quarterback #1 last year?
Literally last year.
Yeah,
but that's him basically saying, "You guys fucked up. This kid is shit. I want this kid. So suck it up. You hired me because I'm a quarterback whisperer. I made Mahomes what he is. That's his fucking claim to fame.
Yeah,
Tech.
his other claim to fame is going, 7-5 or 5-7 every year in Texas Tech and getting fired.
Yeah, completely agree. He didn't get fired. I think he left.
No, he got fired.
Is that official?
What do you mean official?
I thought he left to
Strike
take the
3,
Arizona.
yes!
I thought he left to take the Cardinals job.
First 5 under 5, cash it. Woo! All right. Like, how the fuck, where the fuck do these books get off making the first 5 total in this Reds Braves game at 5? Fuck you, books. That was free money. It got a little dicey there at the end, but then, come on, that was a free fucking money. How the hell did they line that total at 5? Castillo was pitching. They're basically saying the Reds have to get at least 4 runs. Like, they think Castillo was going to give up 3 fucking runs?
That giant super fan won season tickets for 100 years.
Oh.
Only 100 years, though.
Does he need a new friend? Flipper 13. Wish you said that before the Cincinnati game started. I tweeted it. The game started at like 5 o'clock. I tweeted out the play at like noon. So. So I'm 1-1 on baseball today. Looking to go. Oh, wait a minute. Now that that first 5's over, I can stop watching that game and start watching this Cleveland-Houston game, which just started, because guess who's got a first 5 under 4 on this one? This guy, and like literally everybody else, because I think a lot of people were on the first 5 under this Cleveland-Houston game. A lot of people were on Houston or on Cleveland also on the first 5 money line, which I thought was kind of weird. I mean, I don't hate it because, like, after all, Bauer's pitching, but I just didn't see any value either way on the money lines because you got Cole versus Bauer, but the Astros should be favored because they have a better lineup going. So I just I stayed off that, but I definitely like the under 4.
Well, that's good. Well, so are you down the juice? Or are you up money?
Am I down the juice?
You're 1-1, you said?
No, I'm even money because my other play that I was on was the Dodgers team total over 4.5, but that was plus 110.
Oh, nice.
So I'm straight even. I'm not down any juice. I'd probably be down juice if my book had it at 4 like most other books did, because I'm pretty sure it probably would have been like minus 130 or something. I like these throwback uniforms the Phillies are wearing. I really like those, like with the sky
baby blue.
Yeah, like that baby sky blue with the way the P is. I like those better than their other uniforms. Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's old school.
Hey, do you see the? I guess the Chargers are just going with the baby blue all the time now.
Yeah.
Helmets. Yeah, which I think that looks way better than their other uniforms. So I'm cool with that.
That's cool.
Oh, we might be out of the top of this inning. They're doing like ultra slow motion high def to see if Cleveland was caught stealing or not. Ramirez, he was called safe. He looks like he's safe, honestly, but they got this super high def cameras now. Now, hopefully, they can have robot umps. That'd be awesome. Robot umps at the plate. Well, robot strike zones. That'd be great.
Honestly, they're trying to tell me that Kyler Murray is as tall as Russell Wilson. I just don't see that.
Russell Wilson's short, though.
I know he's 5'10", like almost 5'11", But I mean,
Yeah.
Kyler Murray looks like fucking Ricky Henderson on the football field, bro.
Like I'm 5'10", almost 5'11".
Yeah.
And
Okay. So, and when you look at that field, you're not telling me you're taller than Kyler Murray. It looks like a 9-year-old playing football.
he's short.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't fudge that at the combine. You know, they'll measure you at the combine. I mean, you're not going to trick NFL teams to thinking you're 5'11" when you're really like 5'8".
I can't argue that. I can't argue that.
So maybe you're just looking at him with a biased eye, and he really is 5'10". Because you got to remember, like, you're going to look like a 9-year-old out there when all the linemen that are like in front of you are 6'5".
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's, I don't know. Like, how big are you? Like,
how tall?
Yeah.
6'2".
Oh, 6'2". I mean, well, that's
sorry.
tall. That's not
six one. 6'1".
Okay, so I mean that's kind of tall. Not like abnormally tall, but still pretty tall.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not I wouldn't get drafted for the NBA. I'm not a short kid.
Yeah, so I was like wondering, like, if you're like super tall, maybe you just like had a different opinion on what 5'10" really looks like.
Yeah.
All right, looks like the Phillies are going to get out of this inning. Couple fly balls. Nall's been looking pretty shaky this season, and he's also been looking shaky from what I've seen in this game. Honestly, if he wasn't playing up against this dog shit Marlins team, I probably would have been fading Nola today. What with Chad Smith pitching, or Caleb Smith. I call him Chad. With Caleb Smith pitching. But, oh, well, we got the meat of the order coming up next inning, guys. We got Harper. We got Hoskins. We got Franco. So we're going to go back to back to back jacks. Go Phillies.
Can you tell everybody that's watching about the fucking Vladimir Guerrero Jr. props that we were fucking talking about before the show?
Oh, yeah. So
how absurd.
Yeah, who the hell wants to bet Vladimir Guerrero hits 2 or more home runs in his first MLB game tomorrow, getting 28-1?
When the odds should be 4 times that at minimum.
I wouldn't say at minimum, but yeah, I would say it should probably be closer to 75 to 80-1. Or what was the pull those odds up again? What was the odds that he gets a hit?
Plus 250.
That he gets a hit or does not get a hit?
That he gets plus 250, that he does get a hit, and the other one was plus 600 that he strikes out.
Why would it only be plus 250 that he does get a hit? Because he goes 1 for 4. That's a hit.
But it was at his first plate appearance.
Oh, first plate appearance.
Okay. Right. First plate appearance.
Okay, yeah, the plus 600 strikeout prop, I actually like that. They should do that for like every batter in every game. Man, if they had a strikeout prop for Chris Davis.
If he hits a home run in his first career plate appearance, that was 16-1.
Yeah, that's a stupid low number. That should be like, they should make that 50. If that was 50-1, I'd hammer it. I'd bet that all night and day if it was 50-1.
But it's interesting that you think that if there's a chance because like of his nerves, he could strike out on the fucking first at bat. 6-1 is a nice price.
Yeah, I love 6-1. I already told you to bet it.
All right, the Cardinals select Kyler Murray as the first pick.
So, that's good. Didn't you like win the $1,000 now?
No. Now what I have is Bosa, first defensive lineman, drafted. So he would have to go.
I thought you had Kyler Murray goes first. I thought you bet that.
No, because it was mine. It was a crazy number. It was high.
Minus 250 earlier today. You fucking pussy.
No, but I took Bosa first defensive lineman taken, which would have to be the second pick, his next pick, and then I have if the Jets don't trade out of that third pick, I think they take Quinnen Williams, which is 3-1. I'll get 3.
Mm-hmm.
So if we see Bosa and then Williams, it's a good night.
Hey, can you bet MLB games tomorrow, or do you have the line? Not have the lines yet? Because I don't have the lines. Well, I can't bet them yet. But like I could see where lines are at other sites, but I can't bet any of the games until.
Oh, I have one game.
What?
Mets are minus 175 or plus 150.
The Mets are minus 150.
The Brewers are plus 150.
Who's pitching for the Mets tomorrow?
I don't know. It doesn't show me pictures.
Okay.
That's the only line that they posted.
Okay. So we got the bottom of the first underway. I think Bauer strikes out the side here. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. Like everyone I know has the Indians in the first 5 of this game, so I guess I'll just root for the Indians to win this first 5 by 1-0. That way we all cash our tickets. Plus, I got that nut on the Indians team total over, so I might as well just root for them to win as many games as possible.
says, I'm going to the Blue Jays game. Do you like Stroman?
He's very mediocre. I haven't looked at the games tomorrow yet, other than a couple. Like there's 2 games that I really like. I was actually talking with Eric about tomorrow. We're both looking at the Dodgers and the Mariners, but I haven't looked at the Blue Jays game yet. I saw Fires is pitching, so with Stroman and Fires pitching in that ballpark, like I like to back Fires at home, but I'm not backing Fires on the road. Depending on what they make the total, I would probably look over in that game, but I don't know what the total is going to be yet. They probably know that game's going to go over, so they're probably going to have it at like 9.5, and because bookies are assholes that way. But if they give you an 8.5, I'll probably I'd be all over that. I'd have to see what the money line is, though.
Can you imagine what it must feel like to get drafted by Major League Baseball and then be the number 1 pick in the NFL draft? Can you even quantify that feeling?
I don't understand why he would want to play football. He would make – I mean, how good is he supposed to be in baseball, I guess is my question. Like, he's a number 1 pick in the NFL draft, so he's going to have, like, guaranteed, $30 million or something like that, right?
Yeah, I don't know what his pick, where he went in the MLB draft.
But it's like, how good is he projected to be in baseball? Because here's the thing. Like, you ever watch a guy who's 50 years old who played 15 years in the NFL, right? He can barely speak and he can barely walk, and he's probably got Lou Gehrig's disease. Then you look at guys who are like 50 years old who played 15 years in the MLB, and they're all broadcasters because they can talk like normal dudes because they're all fine because they didn't have 17,000 concussions.
I don't know where the Oakland Athletics picked in the first round, but he went in the first round to the Oakland A's. So
Um,
a dual first round MLB NFL draft pick.
I would. Deion Sanders said he should play baseball. So when Deion Sanders
Nolly said number 9. He was 8 or 9.
So you're just gonna like ignore the fact that I'm telling you that he should definitely be playing baseball. It has nothing to do with the fact that
I'm not
baseball's my
arguing.
favorite sport.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm not
he
arguing.
would be health wise. He would be insane.
Oh yeah, look how small he is. But I guess the thing is,
he wants to be the quarterback,
or like how? Oh, hold on. Let's see if this is Bosa. Nobody say anything in the draft. Don't tell me in the chat. Nick Bosa.
I love Bosa. Make America great again, baby.
Oh, bro, if Quinnen Williams goes number 3 and they don't draft out of this pick, it'll be a really good night. But you're absolutely right. When you think about how small the kid is against these fucking 6'5" gladiators that are going to be looking to rip his fucking head off on every play, and then you look at how substantially less you would get injured in Major League Baseball. If I'm his father, it's a fucking no-brainer. I guess the thing for him is, how long would you say the average draft pick, not Bryce Harper, not the kid that you got at third base for the Cubs, but the average MLB draft pick, how many years are they in the minors before they get their shot?
First rounder. Honestly, there's a lot of busts in baseball. So
that's the argument. He'll start next year at quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, or he might be in the minors for 3 or 4 years maybe before he breaks in. Not everybody is Chris Bryant and fucking Harper.
Yeah, like Twatty just chimed in. He said the odds of him making the MLB is less than 50-50. But, I mean...
So if that's the case, you understand why.
Yeah, but you also got to think of it like... The way I look at it, though, is who has the biggest contract in the NFL?
Biggest signing bonus anyway, yeah.
No, who has the biggest contract in the NFL?
Oh, the biggest contract in the NFL is a quarterback. Might be Phil. It's the next good quarterback up breaks the record every time. It might be Phillip Rivers or Matt Stafford.
How much was their contract for?
Probably less than $30 million a year, maybe like 23, 24 million a year.
What is the value of the life of their unguaranteed contracts? Like, do I have to walk you into this? How do you not know where I'm going with this? The answer is 90 million.
I'm not fucking arguing with you, bro.
Come on. I don't
understand what the issue is.
I tried to get you to the answer. I tried to get you to the answer, closer to the answer. The answer is $100 million. It's about $100 million. I think it's Aaron Rodgers, but it might be Stafford too. But the answer is like $100 million. There's like 4 quarterbacks between 90 and $100 million, right? There's like 5 guys on the Cubs with a $100 million contract.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, like, when all those quarterbacks are out of the league, 10 years from now, half of them are going to be brain dead.
The fucking old second baseman that couldn't field was making $13 million a year for the Mets. What's his name?
Daniel Murphy.
Yeah.
Daniel Murphy's really bad at 50% of the game. And he's slightly above average at the other 50% of the game. So him being slightly above average at the other 50% of the game is got him $13 million a year. So no, I wasn't trying to argue with you. I was just trying to I was just trying to get you to that contract number so we can move on with the point. But yeah, it's like $100 million. Like 4 guys that are quarterbacks who are the best players in the league have $100 million. It's not even guaranteed. And the random center fielder on random baseball team has $100 million guaranteed.
It's just
and he doesn't have to
comes down to will he get the chance on the big stage, I guess, right? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. So, yeah, I saw you got a little testy there, but maybe I should have just shut up and let you go. But anyways,
Yeah, I mean, I'm in complete agreement with what you're saying. You know,
yeah.
you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what it comes down to. Will he get the chance? Because even if, like you said, even if he's 50% shitty at the game, he'll probably still make 11 or 12 million dollars a year. But does he want to wait the amount of time that it's going to take to break into the majors?
Yeah, that's the problem. Like all these guys are like, oh, I gotta buy my mom a house. I gotta take care of my family now. I mean, I'm just glad that I wasn't a super talented athlete because I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I wouldn't have bought anybody in my family shit. I would have been like,
oh, that's not nice. If you're making $20 million a year, you're not paying off your mom's mortgage. Like if she had one, I mean, come on.
My mom's, yeah. Like I pay off her mortgage. I'm not buying my mom a mansion. What is that? What would my mom need a mansion for? It's one person.
That's true.
I would help my family, help my family. I would make sure they're not homeless on the street. I would be more involved with my family than Aaron Rodgers is. But, my uncle or some random uncle or cousin who decides that I need to help them buy 15 car washes and they have this great business opportunity for me are all being told to fuck off. You know what I mean? Like you ever watch that that ESPN 30 for 30 where like all these athletes are talking about all the money they lost and it's like literally it's like you bought how many car washes with your uncle? Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Of course you went broke. Yeah. Or it's like
but I'll be honest though, bro, like the immediate family, like brothers and sisters, I would feel obligated to make sure that they had a nice life. I mean, 30 million a year. It like Bryce Harper signs that what $390 million contract. Anybody I care about in my life is set for life. How do you even spend $390 million?
Well, first of all, he's not getting $390 million. You got to take like
35% how much was
taxes?
Oh, that's true. Taxes.
It's taxes. You got to think about the taxes, and then you also got to think about the multiple state taxes he's going to have to pay. My God, can you imagine? Like, you would be set for life if you were an accountant for millionaire baseball players. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because they got to pay state taxes in every single state that they play in.
Think about how great of a job it is to be a sports agent. When who's that guy? Who's like the big MLB sports? What's his name? Scott Boras?
Yeah.
He gets like 2 or what I don't know, 3% of every monster fucking contract that he gets for his players.
Not personally,
and he
but his agency.
Right, but I mean, doesn't he own the agency? So technically it's coming back to him.
Yeah, but I mean like the entire 3% of the agent's fee doesn't all go to him, but yeah, I know what you mean. I mean he owns an agency, so
like how many players how many contracts has he gotten monster deals? For
basically $250 $200 basically he gets a 9-figure deal almost every season.
Now that is a living bro right there. That's like he did it right. Like however you're supposed to do life right, he did it.
Yeah, there's a Scott Boras client getting a 9-figure deal every single season. I mean his draft picks. His draft pick is in for the Jets, bro. Deals.
Here we go. Give me Quinnen Williams, please. It doesn't look like they traded the pick, which is a good sign. They're going to take one of these 3 defensive linemen. They're going to take Josh Allen. They're going to take Quinnen Williams, or they're going to take the kid from Houston, Oliver. If this is Quinnen Williams, it's a $2,000 draft night. If this is Quinnen Williams, Here we go.
Lottie freaking da. That'd be pretty cool.
Yes! Boom! That's how you fucking win draft money. Fuck yeah.
All right. Now, don't go blowing it all on NBA win by certain points.
Shut your fucking whore mouth. Shut that fucking whore cunt mouth. Hi, baby. Yeah, I'm okay. You want to say hi to everybody? You didn't? Did you hear what I was just saying? Oh, I'm sorry. You want to come say hi to everybody?
He was just telling me to shut my whore mouth. No big deal.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is his name Quinnen or Clinton?
Quinnen. There's no T. You know how these athletes are, man. They got these made-up fantasy names.
Yeah, like what was that haha Clinton Dix feller? That was like a strange name.
Say hello to everybody. Say hi.
Hi.
Speaking to the mic.
Hello.
Say my dad just won $2,000.
My dad just won $2,000.
And you're not getting anything from Amazon.com.
You gotta give it something.
I mean, settle down. It's been a bad 2 weeks. I love it.
Well, that draft, the first 3 picks of this NFL draft are definitely climbing you out of that 30-unit hole from last weekend. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that helped. That helped, Ant. I'm not all the way out, though. Believe me. It's been a bad 3 weeks, bro. Where's Sean at? How about the Jets keeping that pick, Sean? Where you at, son?
Well, who told you the Jets were trading the pick?
Sean told us for 2 months that the Jets were trading. They weren't keeping the pick. Just hit that plus 300 on Quentin Williams, baby. Boom! I had it for a nickel, so picked up 1,500 there, and then I had Bosa goes first defensive lineman I picked up a nickel there. I couldn't make any more picks because I got shut out because I waited too long. I got like a 1 unit on Haskins as the second quarterback taken, and that's pretty much all I have now in the draft. But now I am ready to tail you in Major League Baseball, my friend.
Well, I mean, there's only 1 game left that I bet.
That over, right? 8.5?
Yeah, the Mariners-Rangers game.
I'm on it. Please just let it win, please.
I think it'd be cool if it won.
Oh, man. Steve, man. That could have been a big one for us, bro. Twatty, are you coming on, bro? Where you at? Twatty, can anybody confirm that Max is alive?
Why? You haven't talked to him?
I haven't heard from Max. I haven't heard from Al Mack since fucking
Oh, Al Mack's alive. He still tweets. I've seen his tweets.
Since Twatty, I did not tell anything today from anybody. I didn't, man. I'll be back on you tomorrow, though. I had to write the article for Odds Market all morning.
Phrasing, Jason. Phrasing. God.
What did I do?
Phrasing.
Did I say bro?
No.
Oh. Twatty said, I haven't heard from Max in 5 days.
He's
fucking Max, man. I got to send out a DM, see if we can get Max on the line.
I should have took that Phillies first 5 under. I can't believe I didn't bet it.
You should have took Quentin Williams plus 300.
Well, I didn't want to bet it at 3.5. If it was 4, I would have taken it, but my book had it at 3.5 when I looked at it. And I was like, ooh, 3.5's a little rough because Nola's been kind of shaky. And honestly, even in this start, even though he's only given up 1 run through 5 innings, he's been shaky as fuck. And we just got a double play from the Indians. When you got a first 5 under, what do you like to see? Double plays. All right.
Take it.
So, yeah, I'm conflicted because I got like so much risked on this Phillies series price here. So I kind of want the Phillies to hit a dinger here, but I don't want everyone to lose their first 5 under. So I'm like, oh no, now what do I actually want to root for here?
Oh, Steve. I know, bro. It's all right. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna send a message out to Max, see if he's alive.
And the Indians just had a pretty good play in the outfield to end the inning. So we went double play and then really good catch in the outfield. So through 2 innings, it's still 0-0. So let's get that under. Or what does Noli like to say? Make unders great again.
Nice.
He never bets overs. That's weird. Like, I'll bet unders or overs. It doesn't matter to me. I bet whichever side I think is the good side. He always bets unders. I think it's funny.
Twatty's on the full game under in what in what game?
The Phillies game, more likely. Or is he on the full game under the Astros game?
Bro, have you talked?
I did
when was
first
the last
5 on the
time?
Astros.
When was the last time you had a conversation with Circe in our chat?
I don't know, dude. Like
Days, right? I haven't heard from him.
Was now the time to bring that up on the show?
I mean, who cares?
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like, you know that dude's busy as heck right now. Like, he's probably closing on that house.
I'm not like saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I haven't heard from him.
I can DM him and be like, "Hey, buddy, Jason's."
They got Kyler Murray total passing yards up already, 3,150.
Yeah. If you learn to turn on your alerts for everyone in the Keg chat, you would know that he's like retweeted you a couple times.
That's why I brought it up. I just saw it, and I was like,
okay.
I haven't talked to him though.
I don't think he's capping right now because he doesn't have any plays.
Yeah, I saw Eric was back in the game though. I saw him on a bunch of baseball plays.
Yep, him and I are going to be on a couple of the same plays.
All right, I am betting this.
Twatty's on the full game under 7.5 on the Phillies game. I agree with that play. I just think a full game under 7.5 is just kind of it just scares me with that bullpen of the Marlins and then that lineup with the Phillies. But I mean, 7.5 under is definitely the side if I was to bet the full game. But I would have bet the first 5 under definitely, but it was at 3.5, and I was just like, 3.5 was just so scary to me.
The Raiders just passed on Oliver on Josh Allen to take Cleveland Farrell, defensive end from Clemson, with the 4th pick. What the fuck are they thinking? Wow, that's the first what the fuck are you thinking pick.
Who are they supposed to pick?
Josh Allen. I would have taken either defensive edge rusher from Kentucky or Houston before I would have took Farrell. Twatty just said, wow, 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 wow. Twatty, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. How do you leave Josh Allen on the board? How do you do that? Jesus.
I don't know, but Cole just threw a wicked looking curveball to strike this guy out looking pretty good. You know, we got Garrett Cole versus Trevor Bauer pitching right now, and you're watching a bunch of teams pick a bunch of college kids to play for them. He's crying. Who's he hugging? Is that his mom? Oh, thank God that's his mom. I think that better be his. That I was thinking, like, is he hugging like his brother or something? And then I saw the earrings. I'm like, oh, that must be his mom.
That's Mike Mayock comes out of retirement from the NFL Network, and that's his first pick as general manager of the Raiders. Bro, go back in the booth. What the fuck are you doing?
The Raiders are a shit organization.
Wow.
I mean, when was the last time the Raiders were good at playing football?
When Gruden coached them to a Super Bowl. With
they did go 12-4 the other year, didn't they? But
he broke his leg. Carr broke his leg, but that wasn't with Gruden. But when he won the Super Bowl with Rich Gannon against, I think it was Tampa, right?
Yeah, it's because he knew all Tampa's plays or something like that.
That was the last one. It sucks that I can't live bet the draft right now. That kind of blows. Now I can't bet anything else. Spurs are up 43-39. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. And we got the Bruins up 1-0 on Columbus.
Oh, Ski's first quarter play won, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Did you tail it?
No, I literally, like, when I went to go click on it, it had already started. It was already like 5 seconds to the quarter, so I could have bet it. So I'm like, oh well, I'll just root for everyone to win.
The Bucks smashed them in the Super Bowl, guys. Well, they won a Super Bowl. I don't know who it was against, but Gruden won one.
Yeah, Gruden was the coach of the Bucks in that Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Didn't
the Raiders win a Super Bowl, though?
No, he who shall not be named was coaching the Raiders that year. And Gruden was coaching the Bucks. It was the year after Gruden.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. He had just coached the Raiders.
Yeah.
Right.
But so his offensive coordinator took over as head coach of the Raiders that year.
Yes. So they haven't won a Super Bowl since 84 then, I think. I could be wrong. 84. Yep. 84, 81, and 77.
Armin says Chucky's out in 2 years. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was a stupid hire.
He was making so much money in that fucking Monday Night Football booth or Sunday night. Monday night.
Garrett Cole gave up a dinger, so now it's 1-0. Kind of didn't want to see that, but at least it was a solo dinger, so it's only 1-0. Oh, that first 500 cash. That first 500 cash for everybody in the Philly game.
The Indians, I can't believe they were plus 220 to win the series. Think that was worth a shot?
I told you it was worth a shot like an hour and a half ago when we were talking before the show.
I don't remember if you were definitive on it, though.
Nice. I mean, I didn't bet it because I didn't have that price available. But, the price you were getting for them to win the series at plus 215 to win 2 out of 3 against the Astros. Because it's like, come on, you're getting plus 215 when they should be an underdog in the series, don't get me wrong, but at plus 215, that's way too much juice on the Astros. Way too much juice.
It feels good that they gave me 1 day of NFL between the beginning of April and the end of August.
Yeah.
And I nailed that day for 2K because that's how we fucking do when it's football season.
said Raiders got robbed of the Tuck Rule fumble. That was Chucky's team that year. Yep. And whoa, Christopher Hogan. Can we not? No. We don't discuss that. He who shall not be named is not discussed. We need to delete that comment. That's dangerously close. I mean, well, you didn't name him, so that's good. But that's dangerously close to talking about that. We don't discuss that era around here.
What's your thoughts on the Yankee game tonight, Ant?
I could give a fuck less about that Yankee game. That line's stupid. It's whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I don't care about the Yankees or the Angels. It's just I look at the line, I'm like, yeah, that's probably right. You know what I mean? I really so I'll be honest. Okay, so if the Yankees had like say 2 of their regular hitters in the lineup, I would take the Yankees at that price in a heartbeat. The problem is like they're throwing the AAA lineup out there, and they have a massive advantage with Tanaka and Cahill. So the starting pitching matchup, they have a huge advantage on. But the problem is that lineup is a AAA lineup. And I was talking with someone else who was like, oh, the Yankees been scoring a lot of runs over the last 6 games. I'm like, yeah, they scored runs against the Royals. Any AAA team can get runs off that Royals pitching staff. I mean, settle down. You know, the Royals had the worst pitching staff in the majors. So them scoring 6 runs on the Royals for 2 out of 3 games isn't exactly amazing. But besides the point, I got nothing for that game. I wouldn't take the total, and I wouldn't take either side. I think the line's about right, and I don't like betting on lines when I think they're right. So meh. But I think the give me just two of those Yankees off that injury list in that lineup, and then I would break my neck trying to click the button on the Yankees at -110, but that's not happening, so it's just a pass.
All right, I'm on Seattle over 8.5, -116. Actually, let me check Twatty's, see if he's got any late night plays. There's only those 2 games left.
See, why some kid announcing the Buccaneers selection?
He is a Make-A-Wish kid.
I never got the big deal about that whole Make-A-Wish Foundation. You know, it's not like you're giving these kids long-lasting memories that they can tell their children.
All right, well, that coincides. I'm going to take that play too, Twatty.
Oh, so Tyreek, who was on tape?
Man, I always
his
get
kid
chipped.
and threatening his girlfriend.
What?
Who's Twatty talking about? Tyreek
on tape admitting to beating his kid and threatened his girlfriend allegedly. Anybody that reads my odds market article that I wrote today, I was supposed to break down the co-main event right now, but the co-main event has Greg Hardy in it, who beats his women and got kicked out of the NFL, already disgraced in MMA. So I basically spent the first paragraph absolutely shitting on Greg Hardy and said because of this, we refuse to break down a fight that Greg Hardy's in because odds market's better than that. So I broke down the fight before that, what should be the co-main event.
Oh, did they let you post that on odds market too? Did they post that?
I sent it in tonight. I hope they post it. I was like, us here at Odds Market are a reputable organization, and we don't write about women beaters. That's what I said.
Oh wow. Well, Springer just had a moonshot, so it's 1-1. Eesh, gosh, they're gonna make me sweat this under out, aren't they?
If I catch one of Twatty's fucking plays late, man, it moves in his favor every fucking time. I'm gonna get gypped out of a half a run.
Yeah, probably does move in his favor. Oh, you want a line moving in favor? How about yesterday when I took the Phillies at -112 and it closed at over -130? Yes, sir. I was sucking my own dick on that line move for a while. It feels good when you get the best of the number. Like sometimes it feels better getting best of the number than
I sent you a message.
Okay. Should I go grab my phone from the other room?
Oh, you can't check your Twitter online?
I would have to remember my password.
Oh well. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. I wouldn't mind if you took a look at it, though.
All right. Tyreek Hill. Hold on. Is it Tyreek Hill on the
Yeah, the little
Chiefs?
guy. The little guy in the Chiefs. Yeah, the lightning bolt.
Jesus Christ. What is it with them and abusers?
They love it too. The Chiefs will take everybody. Actually, although they did kick Kareem Hunt off the team, so I that's not fair. I shouldn't say that. Man, I'm happy about that. I needed that. Oh, Daniel Jones, quarterback, gets drafted by the Giants ahead of Dwayne Haskins. How about that? Thank God I smashed the first two, lost the unit there. You now have a quarterback, Ant. Do you hear what I said?
The Giants take a quarterback, so that's kind of cool. But who the fuck is Daniel Jones?
He's the kid from Duke. Remember I said there was one project in the first round that I thought had the potential to be really good. He just needed a little work. The kid from Duke, Daniel Jones. I thought Haskins would go before him, though. And I even had money on Haskins going before him. But, not as big as my other monster bets. But I think that's good, man. I think he could be really good.
I don't want could be. I want is.
Yeah, so, unfortunately, this just isn't that kind of quarterback draft. It's a whole bunch it could be.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good though at Duke. He had a great year.
Yeah, but when I think of like, ooh, great quarterbacks, I mean, the words Duke don't come to mind. But maybe JT Realmuto can get a 2-run dinger here off of Smith. We got McCutcheon on second. So come on, Realmuto, let's get a dinger here and go. And double play. Cole gets a double play. All right. Pitcher's best friend and an under's best friend.
I have Haskins. Haskins goes before lock, so I can get that. I can get that unit back. But if he doesn't go before lock, then I'll lose the unit.
Hey, did you make $2,000? Stop betting the fucking draft.
I
dude.
can't bet the draft anymore. These are just bets that I made. There were two other bets that I made earlier. But yeah, I'm still going to finish up 2 Gs.
Mm-hmm.
If you were betting the Texas team total, would you take over 4 at plus 102 or 3.5 minus 128?
Well, I would probably. Well, see, right now I'm looking at my book, and I got 3.5 at minus 145, which I would not lay. But minus 128 is when I start getting kind of interested.
Minus 127, actually.
Okay. Honestly, I'd probably go with the 4 and take the less juice. I mean, yeah, you need that extra run in order to win it, but you still need 3 in order to lose the bet, and you get less, and you risk less juice when you lose. But I mean, either one's not bad. What's the Mariners team total at?
4.5 minus 104.
Oh, I mean, well, I'm on the over 8.5. I mean, why don't you just take the full game over and
I already did that.
About the team totals. Okay.
I'm already on that. But
I mean, I don't mind either team total over, to be honest with you, especially because I think both teams can mash here a bit. I like the Mariners a little bit more than the Rangers. Yeah, I expect there to be some runs here. I think Gonzalez is definitely their best starter right now, and I don't think. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he shut down the Rangers, but I don't think. But I think the over is the more likely play, obviously, since I bet it. Hearn, I mean, I've never even heard of this fucking guy. I looked up some of his stats. He's a real young kid, so I mean, he's somebody they pull up from AAA to make a spot start.
I ended up getting over 8.5 minus 110 at DraftKings.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The thing is, when you got a really good offense, and the Rangers have a good offense too. So the Mariners and the Rangers both have pretty good offenses, and they're pulling up a guy from the minors to make a spot start. I mean, you kind of just want to go with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You should probably go with the under because you got 2 really good offenses. You got a very questionable guy there. I'd take the over there.
Josh Allen goes next to the Jaguars. That's a great pick for the Jags.
I thought the Jags already got a quarterback. Didn't they take
yeah, Josh Allen is that beast defensive end from Kentucky.
That Josh. Why am I thinking of a Josh Allen as a quarterback?
You're thinking about the quarterback that plays for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Josh Allen?
I think that's his name, yeah.
Okay. I'm because I was just thinking, didn't Josh Allen just get drafted last year? What the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Ooh, Bryce Harper getting brushed off the plate a bit.
Yeah, Steve. The Jags just got a ton of value taking him 7th. That's a great fucking pick. I can't believe they passed on Allen either, Rich. That's incredible. That's crazy, man.
Who that they
The Raiders and Josh Allen dropped all the way to 7. Yeah, Allen or Oliver were the two no-brainer picks for the Raiders to take there.
And yeah, that Kentucky defense was like pretty good at
exactly. You remember that? Justin was all over Josh. Kentucky.
This was like good. Oh yeah, last year. Yeah, it was just their offense fucking sucked, but I mean they're winning games 14-7. Like,
and he was the linchpin in that front 7. He was incredible. I cannot believe the Raiders passed. Bosa to the Niners. I mean, I think Bosa was the best defensive lineman in the draft, Noli. The only thing is he's like a rock-hard conservative that was like talking shit about San Francisco. So that's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see how the fans react to him.
You know, like, what is it with like like people on the coast who assume everyone in the Midwest is some like hard Trumper, and then vice versa. Like everyone in the Midwest, thinks anybody from California is a fucking liberal loving, baby murdering communist. It's just so weird. It's like, it's like 55-45 Democrat or Republican in like almost any state, right? Unless it's like the South, then it's like Mississippi's like 80-20. But
and you're gonna have
come on.
You're going to have to go out and come back in because Twatty just joined us. Unless you can hear him. What's up, Twatty?
What up?
Can you hear him, man?
I can't hear it. Fuck no, this HP's a piece of shit.
So, Twatty, can you tell me what the Raiders were thinking at 4?
What happened?
I said, can you tell me what the Raiders were thinking? Passing on Josh Allen and Oliver at 4?
Oh, they took Pharrell.
I can't believe that Allen fell to 7.
I mean, Pharrell is a hell of a player.
Oh, he's good, but he wasn't on anybody's top 10.
No, he was closer to 20.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, I think, just pure talent-wise, may be the best player in the draft.
I mean, it's hard to argue.
He's ridiculous.
I initially wanted him on the Jets until I bet Williams at plus 300 for a nickel, and then I wanted Williams, but I can't believe what a gift the Jags just got, falling to 7.
Is that who took on the Jags?
Yeah, they took him at 7.
Man, it's a good defense.
Yeah, man. And now, didn't they get Nick Foles?
Yeah,
they're gonna if he's anywhere near the player he's been the last 2 years in Philly, they are going to be a fucking force.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. This doesn't have anything to do with what you guys are saying, but my bookie just paid out my Phillies to win the series bet, and we're only in the 6th inning of the first game.
That's got to be a mistake.
Yes, I know.
So just take it with a smile and don't say anything.
Well, duh. I mean, I'll just not say anything, but that's weird. Okay. Yay.
Twatty, did you bet any draft props?
No. I heard rumors that the Steelers are trying to move up to get Allen, but obviously that didn't work.
Who do you think they take?
Well, they're going to probably – there's a really good kid from Temple, a cornerback from Temple, Greedy Williams, and then there's a good cornerback from Georgia. It's going to be one of those 3 cornerbacks probably.
Detroit took the tight end from Iowa, Hawkinson, who I said was a lock at minus 400. He's the first tight end off the board.
Yeah, you bet it.
And his partner is going to be the next one off the board from Iowa, which is unbelievable.
Who was Tyler on in the Nuggets Spurs game tonight?
I think he took the night off.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Noli? Yeah, I think he took the night off. Well, the latest I had seen, he had taken the night off. Fuck.
They are at the half, 64-60 Spurs. I think they win the game.
The Blue Jackets just took the lead pretty quickly. It's 2-1 now over the Bruins.
Oh, really? You haven't heard from Max either?
I haven't heard from Max.
Yeah, man. All those Toronto fans must be taking that loss hard.
You know what, though? This time last year, I went a long time without hearing from Max. Like, he goes into the softball mode, and I'm not even kidding. He plays, like, on 3 teams.
Yeah, he told me that the other night.
He's like psycho with the softball. He loves it. So, you may not hear from him for a while.
God bless him.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to enter the 5th inning in this Astros game, tied at 1-1. So let's sweat this under out, baby.
I took the over 8.5. And I took the over 3.5 team total in the Rangers game.
I'm back on a little run, Jay.
Are you, bro? I'm hopping on. I'm back on tomorrow.
I think maybe yesterday it was 4-1, and then this one's looking good tonight. I got the under in the Miami Philly game. There's only 2 runs right now.
This has been such a bad week. 2 weeks, Twatty. I got a little more than half my money back though tonight, but I still got work. I still got work to do. But I mean, you being hot and getting ready to go on a run would be lovely.
Yeah, I think
what am I, chopped liver?
No, you're. I just bet you're fucking over, you idiot.
You didn't bet 2 of the unders that are going to cash.
He didn't bet my picks today either.
Yeah, I didn't. I was off the grid getting my 10-year-old fucking highlights in her hair.
Oh, okay. So that must have been fun.
I saw you got any. I saw you already got something for tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm on it, brother. I'm on it.
There's a couple ridiculously low totals tomorrow, team totals. I'm sure Ann will pick right up on it, but
I'm happy you don't that first 5 team.
Are you talking about the Yankees Giants game?
Well, that's one, but there's a couple team totals that are just fucking ridiculous, and I jumped on them before they went to 3 or 3.5.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is I get on too late.
I hit one yesterday. It was the easiest team total I ever hit. Why the fuck were the Royals team total only 2.5 against Tampa Bay yesterday? Like, did the bookmakers not know? Like, okay, I get it. Blake Snell's a stud, but you shouldn't line that game like that when he's literally coming back from the DL.
Well,
I mean, what the fuck?
So that brings me to the point for tomorrow. There's a play out there tomorrow that, there was a pitcher that just had an MRI.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't even. Yes, I do have. I do have that line, but I don't know if I'm going to get it at what you just got it at.
Yeah.
I'm checking now. No, it's not even available yet. Team totals aren't even available yet. Fuck, man. What book do you use? A local?
No, I got like 8 books.
Yeah, I got money in 3.
And then
I don't like William Hill that much, though. I have money in it, but I'm not that big a fan.
Oh, are you kidding me? I know what you're talking about, Twatty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's free money. What is it? 2.5 is what you're saying you're getting it at?
Yeah, but can you bet that? Can you bet that yet, Ant? Because I can't even bet it yet.
I'll be able to bet it in an hour.
Yeah, probably.
Once the Mariners game starts, I know exactly what Twatty's talking about. I just see because I'm looking at the lines now. I can see these lines at a different site, but they're not available for me to bet. I know exactly. Yeah, I'm betting that. I know what he's talking about. I can see that total. That's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, wait a minute. I might have it. I do have it. Yes.
Sorry, not to be a dick to the chat. That this came off way wrong. It just I can't. That's some of my paid members are.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to be a dick to the chat. Sorry about that.
I mean, hey man, it is what it is.
I'm sure everybody can figure it out.
Well, yeah, the picture with the MRI line was a dead giveaway on what game you're talking about.
Ed Oliver goes to Buffalo at 9.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna have to deal. I'm gonna have to deal with that monster.
God damn it, Cleveland with the run. What the fuck are you doing to me?
The last thing I want to do, Twatty, is see Ed Oliver twice a year.
I hear you. He's a poor man's Reggie White.
Yeah, he is unbelievable. What up, Gog?
Jogi.
Yeah, man, that's terrible. Fucking Bills get Oliver. Jesus Christ.
Gogi, did you enjoy your day off?
Gogster, Broncos coming up next. I'm thinking quarterback, bro. I'm thinking Haskins or I'm thinking Locke. You got no quarterback.
Oh no! What is up with John Elway's incapable of figuring out what a good quarterback is? Is it like he was just like really good at it for all those years, but he's not good at evaluating other people's talent at it?
Yeah, we were talking about that halftime score, Raymond.
Are they going to get Nola out of this game or what? He's got 100 pitches. He's got 2 men on.
Did you take the over in that, Ant?
No. What, the
Philly game?
Which one? No. I took the Philly series price. I laid like minus 300 on them to win the series.
Okay.
Can you believe that the Clippers beat fucking Golden State at Golden State last night?
Jay, I love the Clippers.
In a closeout game, up 3-1. I could not believe that score.
But that's the thing, Twatty and Jay, as well as just talk about. It's like my book literally just paid me out for that Philly series game. Like they just paid it for me as a win.
They'll take it
back.
But
the first game is over. Oh, you think they'll catch that and take it back?
Probably.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
Oh man, I'm hoping they don't catch it. But
what do you think? Right. Now, Twatty, tomorrow the Warriors are a 10-point favorite on the road after losing twice to the Clippers out of the last 5.
Well, clearly Golden State's a better team, but people shit on the Clippers' talent. They're not. I mean, they're not.
I would take Beverly on my team any day of the week.
Yeah, and you still got Lou Williams, you got Harrell in the post, who's a beast, and then Gallinari is your leading scorer. I mean, they have 4 legitimate players.
Yeah. And that one guy that I can't think of his name, he doesn't fucking miss, man.
He's
got
Clippers?
the dreads.
Not Montrezl Harrell.
Well, he's got a great hook shot that goes in 80% of the time. What is it? Crowder? They have Jay Crowder.
Oh, Jay Crowder, yeah.
Yeah. They are a very good team, man. They score like 115 points a game.
Yeah, they are a really good team. A lot of people say they're not that talented; they're just tough, and they are tough. I love that, but they're talented too.
At one point last night, the Warriors were 9 for 11 in the first half from 3.
Yeah.
And they were down 8 at the half, bro. That's crazy.
All right, let's all pray for me. Bottom of the 5th, it's 2-1. Bottom of the 5th in the Cleveland game. Please, please, please. I got under 4.
Every time the Warriors made a run, the Clippers answered it.
Yeah, 100%. It wouldn't shock me to see them play within 10 points tomorrow.
There's a crazy stat Kelly in Vegas gave today. Like I don't want to say it wrong, but over 10 points, the Clippers have covered like 13 of 17 or 10 of 14. So if it is over 10 points, the Clippers have a good chance of covering.
Well, it's 9.5 exactly.
I'm looking at 10.
And the Warriors are minus 500 on the money line.
Wow. At LA? In LA.
Yeah, they're plus 400.
That's not a bad bet. I mean, at home plus 400?
You really think this goes 7 games back to Oracle?
No,
that would surprise me.
It's just a value bet. Plus 400.
That's true.
At home, that's not a terrible bet.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
4 times your money.
The way that they've been playing, they look good, man.
All right. One out in the bottom of the 5th. Okay.
They look hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the UFC on Saturday. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, that card is more you than me. I mean, those second and tier fighters.
Yeah.
I know some of them, but I couldn't really get into that.
I know
your Steelers just traded up to the 10th pick.
That's what I was saying. They were trying to trade up. So who the fuck are they going to take it if they're moving up that high? One of the best linebackers, probably.
Well, if they take a quarterback.
Ben just signed $60 million, 2 years.
If I'm looking at somebody like Devin Bush.
That's who they're looking at.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I mean, he was so good at Michigan, man. I would not be. I would, if I'm a Steelers fan, I would be happy with Devin Bush. I mean, could they really take Haskins? They just signed Ben to a 2-year extension, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they have Mason Rudolph behind, just waiting his time.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the pick should be Devin Bush.
They just signed him yesterday. They just extended him like 2 days ago for 3 years.
I can't hear what they're about to say. I have no volume, but the commissioner's walking out. I would take Bush here.
God damn it. Bauer walked him. Can we get a double play? Third double play in this first 5? Solidify this under.
The only time they've ever moved up, it's been a home run. Like, I think they moved up to get Palomalo. They moved up to get Pouncey. And they moved out to get somebody else.
Mean Joe Green. Devin Bush. There it is. I could be a fucking GM.
Yes.
What the fuck is he wearing?
Who, Mean Joe Green?
No, the Devin Bush looks like he's got a half a bra on turned sideways. What the fuck is that?
Not a full bra? A half a bra?
Are you watching it, Twatty?
No, I'm watching the Phillies.
I'm looking at like a half a bra holster top that he's
Is it
wearing.
like what was the kid from Ohio State who went to Dallas? Ezekiel Elliott? Like, remember he wore those half shirt thingies?
And are you got it on? You could see it, right?
Yeah, that is.
What is that? What do you call that exactly?
An unfortunate fashion choice.
I've never seen that in my entire life.
Dude, I have gone to many clubs where the guys in the clubs aren't even gay enough to wear that.
I mean, what the fuck do you call? Rich says a man satchel. Gogster says, I guess we wait more.
All right, hold on. We got 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th here with a runner on first, and it's 2-1, and I have the under 4. So come on, I just need this last out. No more hits, no more runs. Whew! He was swinging for the fences there. Thank God it was a swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Springer.
Somebody on the panel is calling him the best player in the draft, Twatty.
Well,
he's also the worst dressed player.
Josh Allen, I would say, but no, I mean he's great, and I'm sitting here thinking about how good their defense was.
Strike 2. Strike 2. Come on, can I get a strike 3? Another under cash. Making unders great again.
Michigan's defense, they have like 2 top 20 guys, and then they have Winovich too, who's going to go late first round, second, maybe early second.
When I first started the show, is there anybody in the chat that tailed me on Bosa first player taken and Williams to the Jets at plus 300? I hope somebody else besides me got those plays in.
You know, not everybody has goofy fucking draft props, Jay.
I think they're pretty standard.
I think I'm just bitching that I don't got like almost any of those. I had some draft props, but I didn't want to bet any of them. I'm just salty I didn't have that tight end draft prop that you were talking about.
Don't be salty. Don't be salty, whore.
Dude, because I would have laid a lot. I mean, can they get this kid off my tablet already? Because I am tired of looking at that fucking jacket. Holy shit. Move on to the next pick. We don't need to talk.
Twatty, how was your vacation, brother?
Good. I went to Niagara Falls.
You know that's a place I've never been to.
Yeah, it is what it is. It was all right. I didn't mean to hang up on you guys at the casino. My phone died when we were talking about the Bud Crawford.
They hung up on us the other night.
Internet.
What? Yes! Struck him out. 5th inning over, 2-1. Who just cashed? This guy right here. And a bunch of people had the Indians first 5, so congratulations to everybody who took that one. Yeah. All right, you guys can carry on.
So you went. So what? You had a 4-1 day today, Twatty?
Yesterday.
What were you on?
Fuck, I got Alzheimer's. You know, I don't remember.
I got Alzheimer's.
I'm sure it was the. Oh, you know what we were on, which is stealing money. How about the Giants and Toronto? No score first inning. The Giants haven't scored 1 run. 24 first inning. They haven't scored. And Toronto had scored 4, so they were 4 of 48 or something in first inning runs. So that was like stealing money at minus 120. So we were on that. And I'm sure we'll be on the Giants no-run first inning coming up, maybe tomorrow or the next day. Oh, it's Bumgarner against who is it, Ant? Bummy against who? It's a 6.5.
Paxton.
Yeah.
Paxton.
So I'm sure that'll be a no-run first inning.
Oh yeah, because the Yankees are putting out AAA lineup.
Yeah, and the Giants lineup sucks.
The Giants are unfortunate at trying to hit baseballs.
There's a free play for everybody.
First offensive lineman goes off the board, I think. Jonah Williams.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow, though, I'm going to already let everyone know. I'm going to take the Mariners -1. And probably take the first what?
Not just talking to the TV.
Yeah, the Mariners -1 and the Dodgers -1 are going to be plays I'm going to be on tomorrow. How are the Pirates so bad at hitting baseballs? Like, what the fuck is going on with that Pirates?
Well, here, let me tell you. Marte is hurt. Polanco just got back 2 days ago. Corey Dickerson's hurt. So their whole outfield. There's their whole outfield. Polanco, Marte, and Dickerson.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So that's their 2-3-4 or their 3-4-5. I mean, it's like the heart of their lineup. They're bad. Like you can fade them all like the whole damn year, and they're going to come back to earth too. Pitching Musgrove under a 1 WHIP? No way. So you got Musgrove and you got Jordan Lyles. Are you fucking kidding me? He's going to come back. Chris Archer's going to come back to earth. I mean, Trevor Williams is a stud, and he's been a stud for almost a year. So, but the other 3 you can fade.
Yeah, I was thinking about fading them on a. The problem is that you could try fading them on, like, say, team totals with unders, but there's going to be so many 3.5s and 2.5s on them this year. It's like
I know
you're not giving yourself a lot of leeway.
I'm just going to probably bet against them. I'm going to probably money line against them. I mean, the Diamondbacks blew their fucking doors off, and the Diamondbacks aren't any fucking good. They're okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
They put up like 15 runs, and then they put up 12 runs, and then they put up another whatever today, 5 or 7.
Hey, now that Jay's gone, all right, so before we got on the show, him and I were talking. Do you know he had the audacity to ask me, and I almost, like, blew my top? He goes, who's this Vlad Guerrero kid, and why are there so many props for him? Like, is he supposed to be somebody we should know about?
He's learning, right?
I know. I wasn't legitimately mad at him, but I was just like, had the most biggest sigh. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, Jason?
No, I mean, it's up to you and I, because we talk to him the most, to like hold his hand a little bit.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, he will guide us through football season, so we need to be here for him during baseball season.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're a baseball fan, you know Vlad Guerrero, but what are you gonna do? He's gonna make a difference. I really think he is a stud. Like, I think he comes in right away, and they start hitting.
So I have some question for you then. What did you think of some of these props that he saw on Vlad Guerrero Jr.?
I haven't seen it.
Jay had a bunch. That's why he started asking me about it. So for him to hit a home run in his first at bat, 16-1.
Well, I mean, he'll hit 1 out of every 20 his rookie year, which would be what, 30? If you have 600 at bats, 1 out of every 20 is 30 home runs. So I don't think there's any value there. Should be 20-1, at least 20-1.
Exactly. Here's another one. And there was no comeback on this prop either. That's how you know it's a stupid prop. It was for him to hit 2 or more home runs in his first major league game was 28-1.
Yeah, I mean, he'll do that twice in a year.
Exactly. That's what I was telling Jay. Jay's like, that should be like 200-1. I'm like, whoa, hold the phone. I mean, 28-1 is obviously nowhere near enough value, but 200-1's a little insane, dude. Like, I'm thinking, like 60-1 maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
60 or 65, yeah. 60.
So Nolly wants to know in the chat, so we're going to look for team total overs on the Blue Jays when he comes up.
Go ahead.
I mean, I wouldn't say one guy is going to automatically make them a powerhouse lineup, but it'll be situational.
Here's what I think, and I'm a little bit more strong on it than Ant. See, what I kind of see is one guy will make a difference, but everyone around him then gets better. The guy in front of him gets better. The guy behind him gets better. The guy behind him gets more RBI chances because Vlad's on base. The guy in front of Vlad gets better pitches because they don't want to get to Vlad. So it's kind of a snowball effect. So while I agree with Ann, it's one person isn't going to make a difference, it kind of snowballs down. It lengthens the lineup, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I understand that, but I look at it like this. Now I'm not. I don't mean one person doesn't make a difference, but like look at, for example, the Angels have the best offensive player in the league, and they're like, look at their numbers last year. They were in the middle of the pack or bottom third of baseball in every single offensive category. And this year, no one's scared of their lineup this year, and they had the best player in the league in their lineup. So a lot of it, you can't just one guy can make a difference, yes, but you need to have somebody around him in order to,
Yeah. I mean, if I had to equate it, I would say maybe it's worth a quarter run a game, which doesn't even give you that half a run. But a quarter run's a quarter run. So
yeah, that makes sense. I'd definitely say quarter run a game sounds about right, because he's definitely going to be better than whoever he's replacing. That's going to go get kicked off the team back down to the minors.
Yeah, and I think that'll help Smoke and Gritchett. You know what I mean? They're in the middle of the lineup, like 3, 4, 5, and those guys are okay hitters. And you throw Vlad in there, in between them or something. I think that'll really help them. They have a lot of power all of a sudden when you have Gritchett. Not a lot, but you have Gritchett, you have Smoke, and you have Vlad. I mean, it's not a terrible lineup all of a sudden.
Yeah, I didn't think it was terrible before. I mean, not good would be how I would describe it, but.
Well, they were having Rowdy to Les in the 4-hole a lot this year.
Yeah, I can't disagree with. That's pretty bad.
Freddie Galvis had a good year.
But it's not like, say, the Marlins lineup like your Pirates lineup's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Like you look at it's kind of a joke, but like say you look at the lineup of like the Marlins or the Pirates, and is as if you got MLB 2019 the show for your PlayStation, but they forgot to get the players licensing.
Right, so they're using scrubs.
so it's just made up names. That's what I see when I'm looking at this Pirates and this this Marlins lineup. I'm like, oh god.
And I think the Pirates lineup was way better than the Marlins lineup too. That's how bad the Marlins lineup is. I mean, at least in the Pirates lineup, you have Bell, who's got a little bit of pop. You have a decent Cervelli. I don't know. Maybe it is pretty bad now that I'm thinking about it. But
Rich G says, I think I'm going to start betting game will go to overtime in every hockey game. That's probably not a bad idea right now because we got another overtime game in this hockey game. When you're talking about the playoffs, I mean, if you get like 3-1 to bet that's probably something I should start looking at too, because the playoffs is a little bit tighter game, so you're going to get like those 1-1, 2-2 type games.
Yeah, exactly. As playoffs come about, you're going to have closer games. Again, if the teams are evenly matched, you're going to have those games that go to OT. That's like in baseball, you never bet a run line if the over/under's 7 because there's not enough variance there. Where if the over/under is 11, then you could probably get a run line in there.
Yeah, especially when you're betting like run lines on home teams when the total's like 7.
Right.
Well, that just makes me like cry.
Those are mistakes that people make. You cost yourself an at-bat, shit like that. And an at-bat is worth, anywhere from a quarter to a half a run, depending on the team. You keep making those mistakes over 162 games, you're going to fucking lose.
Yeah, it makes me cringe when I see people like betting run like home team run lines on games lined that low. I'm like, oof, that's long term not going to be a winning proposition there. But I don't really actually bet run lines to begin with. Like I'll create a -1 line. So if I'm betting a run line, it's because I'm making a -1 line.
Right.
But I never bet run lines anyways, just because I can't. It's a personal preference. I cannot stand betting on a team in baseball and they win the game, but then I lose my bet because they won the game by 1 run.
Yeah, no, I got
Like,
you.
I can tolerate a -1 where they win the game by 1 run and I push. Like, that's tolerable for me. But I want to, like, break shit if they – because the worst part is, like, say you got the home team, right, and they're up, 5-1 going into the 9th inning, and the closer gives up a 3-run bomb, and now it's 5-4. Now you're thinking, well, fuck, I actually need him to give up another run now, and then them get a dink and a blast at the bottom of the 9th to cover this run line again. Whereas you just have the money line or the -1 line, and you're just like, well, let's just get this last out and keep it up 5-4. I don't really care. But, that's
Well,
like super frustrating.
the stats really don't ever support a run. I don't want to say ever support a run line. Very rarely, because there's some crazy number of games that end in 1 run. Like, people don't expect it. It's like, I don't know, 20 or 30% of games that end in 1 run. And then you still have the chance of losing outright too. So generally, turn on your side.
In the long run, like I've seen some numbers when guys like run the numbers. There's basically very little difference long-term EV-wise of betting a money line or a run line. So like people think they're saving themselves juice because they bet a run line, but like long-term EV, it's pretty much a wash.
No, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
So,
What's up,
I
Tony?
mean, yeah, but I guess people just feel better seeing a -110 versus a -200 when they bet a run line on a big favorite. I don't know.
I mean, I understand what those people are getting at, but they're wrong. Like you and I say all the time, if there's value and if it's -200, there's still fucking value. You got to take it. If it's -200, if you make the line -500 and it's -300, you have to take it. You can't just say to yourself, "Oh, I refuse to take it," because it's 200 or 150. If there's value there, you got to take it. And those people that don't take it lose.
Yeah, like you could always tell somebody who doesn't understand what line value is, doesn't understand what break-even points on what percentage of how many times you need to win the game in order to break even, things like that is whenever you hear someone go, never lay more than 150.
Right.
I'm like, well, if the win probability on Team A is 66.5% and Team A is a -150 favorite, I'm betting 3 fucking units on that game. I just say that's a huge edge. But welcome back, Jay.
We should do a tutorial. What up?
You guys dropping the baseball knowledge?
Yeah, I've gone to the basketball. Looks like we're going to cash that under in Philly. I mean, it's not over, but we're getting close.
Don't you dare mush it. Don't you dare mush it, Matt, because I thought I was going to cash Indians under earlier this season when it was under 7.5 and it was 1-0 after the 7th inning. And by the time the 8th inning was over, I'd already lost my under.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as mush, so.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because there's probably somebody who has the over in this game somewhere else in some other chat going, oh, gosh, I'll never get my over. This is ridiculous. Trying to, reverse mush. So I guess it's all a wash.
Reverse mush?
Yeah. Is that a thing? Reverse mushing?
It is now, I guess.
It is now. I guess I should have taken the under this Angels-Yankees game. Oh, did you see that? Yeah, you saw that stat I sent you, right?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, so I'll let everybody else know. So I was listening to the Fangraphs Effectively Wild podcast because I'm a baseball nerd. So, yes, I listen to Fangraph podcasts. And I'll tell you what, it is not an easy listen if you're not into baseball. I love listening to it because I'm a baseball nerd. But if you're not into advanced baseball analytics, that's probably a rough podcast for you to get through. Anywho, So they did some studying, and they were able to go back all the way to 2003. And they figured out that the Yankees right now have over 30 WAR on the disabled list or injury list, whatever it's called, from last year. So players from 2018, their WAR from 2018 was over 30, is on the DL right now. And that's including the fact that you got Jacoby Ellsbury and Montgomery on the DL, and they had 0 WAR last year. That's a lot. To put that into perspective, since 2003, the next team with the highest amount of WAR on the DL for the previous season was the 2015 Nationals. At one point in the midseason, had over 21 WAR on the DL. So the Yankees right now have 50% more WAR on the DL than the previous record since 2003, which basically means they literally have an all-star team on the injured list. They have an all-star team on the injured list right now. That's how fucking shitty the Yankees run has been this year. So yeah, that's fucking crazy. Like I don't think the Marlins and the Orioles, if you combine every player on their team, even has 30 WAR to put on the injured list.
This Spurs game's a great game. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Spurs up by 5. Up by 3.
Ooh, what's the live line?
Live line Spurs minus 3.5.
I'm looking at 88,
Really?
83.
Okay, I'm streaming it because I have the draft on the television. So they're up by 5 then.
Well, I'm looking at like 88, 85 with a live line of, I want to say it's 4.5, but I'm pretty sure it's going to adjust in a second because it was just 88, 83.
I do think San Antonio finds a way to get it done at home. What do you think about this game, Buddy?
Well, I think Denver's definitely the better team.
I agree. So, I definitely agree there. They just haven't been great on the road this year.
No, they're a different team. Yeah.
I have a question then. If Denver's a better team and they're only down by 3 and they're about to go into the fourth quarter, should I take them at plus 180 on the money line?
It would not shock me if they won this game. I just figured the series has been so close. I figured that San Antonio would find a way to get it done at home, but I wouldn't lay 4.5, and I wouldn't lay 195 either.
I would be all over a money line. I would go down to negative money almost to take Denver.
Well, Denver's
Denver
right 180.
No, now it's 90-85. So Denver's down 5. You would take them at 2-1?
I would take them if I was getting at least 140. I would probably take them.
They're plus 250 right now.
Right,
down 5.
That's something I would take. 2.5 times your money, down 5. Down 5 in the NBA is nothing.
That's true.
Well, I just locked it in for a half unit at plus 235.
That's a good number.
Did you really? Man, you're gonna make me do that too.
Don't blame me.
It's a betting show. I figured we should put in a live bet. I mean, there wasn't that much to live bet tonight, so might as well throw out a nice plus number and see what we can get.
Yeah, I'm looking at plus 300 right now.
Yankees on the board. They're up 1-0. Does this mean it's time to take the Angels at plus 200?
Plotty, did you have any opinion on this Yankee game tonight?
Well, I didn't bet it, but let me take a quick look.
Houston's down 2-1 right now in the 7th. and I can get him at plus 175.
That's a good number because Bauer's coming out and Houston's lineup against that. Houston's lineup against the Cleveland bullpen. I think that's a good number.
Oh, I think I was looking at the shit. I don't remember. I don't have anything on this. I looked at the lineups. The Yankees lineup is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And didn't they win 6 in a row or something like that?
No.
They had just won 5 in a row going into the last game. Did they lose their last game?
I mean, they've not won 5 in a row. They've won like 4 out of 5, I think. But you got to remember,
Michael K was talking about that on his show that they won 5 in a row.
Well, no, they won like 4 out of 5. But I mean, we're not going to start sucking the Yankees' dick for beating the Royals, are we?
Oh yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
And they can still pitch a little bit. I mean, if you compare their pitching staff to other pitching staffs, they're still better.
Yeah, they won 6 in a row going into tonight, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, so you don't have Severino, but you're still a pretty good pitching staff.
When did they lose to the Royals then? Which game was that? Oh, they beat the Royals 3 times after losing to them then.
So they're due for a loss. Aren't they due for a shitting of the bed with this lineup?
That's no.
Jay?
No such thing as due.
Jay? Jay?
Yeah, I
You
know.
can't do that.
They're due.
Due is the worst word in Major League handicapping.
That's why I'm so bad at it.
They're due.
Oh, good.
Oh, they'll win because they're due. I'm like, okay.
Well, the Yankees are up 1-0. They're minus 195. Angels are plus 160 on the comeback, and the total is 7 in the 3rd inning.
It's a lot of runs for those two teams.
Wow, the Phillies are still tied at 1 in the 8th, huh?
That's good. That's a good thing.
How the hell is that Phillies lineup only got 1 run off of that Marlins pitching staff? Well, okay, I answered my question already. Caleb Smith. But, I mean, you think they could get something off this shit-fuck bullpen.
Nice stat, Rich G. Yankees have won 11 of their last 13 with that lineup. Wow.
Well, not all of the 13 have been with that lineup.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, they only had Judge, right? Who else is out besides
Gary
Judge?
The entire lineup's out. Gary Sanchez has only been out for like 7 days. Stanton, well, I don't know how long the Stanton went out, but I mean, yeah, but it's bad. Their line's pretty bad.
That was a perfect opportunity for Boston to take advantage of that.
Yeah, but the problem is Boston's not that great.
Redskins take Dwayne Haskins, cash the Haskins before lock prop.
Well, I think the Red Sox are due to go on a pretty big run here, though. I mean, they still got a lot of talent, at least in their lineup, and their lineups underperformed its metrics. Like you look at some of the metrics on that lineup, you're like, there's some positive regression due for the Red Sox hitters. I actually wouldn't mind fading Tampa Bay almost every game of this upcoming Red Sox series. The Red Sox already swept Tampa Bay, and I wouldn't be shocked if they did it again.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Sox, well, against left-handers, they're just going to kill left-handers going forward in the season. So, yeah, and they're going to start to hit, there's no doubt.
Yeah, and I just think it's time to start fading Tampa Bay, period, because they're burning through their bullpen like crazy. But also, how long are they going to have as a team a BABIP over 330? Like, that is an immensely unsustainable number.
Their pitching staff's pretty fucking good, Anthony.
Well,
Even all the way down.
I know that.
Even all the way down to their number 4.
Yeah, I know their pitching staff's good, but I mean, I'm not buying that hitting.
No, right, yeah. The hitting,
No, I'm not saying I think they're gonna. I'm not saying they're gonna like. I'm not saying I think they're going to regress all the way to being like a shitty team. But I mean, I think I look at Tampa Bay's roster and I see a 500 team. You know, they maybe like 85 wins, but they're vastly overperforming. Even if I think they're an 85 win team, they're vastly overperforming that. And it's all from their offense. Like, I'm not surprised with what their pitching staff's been able to do. But you look at some of the stuff that their offense has been doing, and there's some unsustainable variance going on there. I mean, you cannot continue to put up those kinds of runs just stringing together a bunch of singles. You know, I mean, they don't hit for power at all. And they're putting together 8 runs in a game because, you know, they're getting their 4 hits all in a row instead of, you know, they're getting sequencing luck, and they have an enormously high BABIP over league average. And that's going to come back towards the league average a bit. And when that starts doing that, you're going to start seeing those 6-run games turn into like 5-run games and then maybe 4-run games or whatever. So I think there's some pretty decent signs of regression there for the Rays. I don't think they're going to be terrible, but they're definitely going to come back to earth a bit here coming soon.
Well, they lost their best player. I mean, literally, Austin Meadows is their best player. Him and Tommy Pham. I mean, you lose Austin Meadows with Player of the Week twice. Your leadoff hitter with speed, with power, with average. I mean, that hurts. So yeah, I mean, their offense definitely should regress.
Mm-hmm. What's your opinion on the offensive regression metrics for the Tampa Bay Rays, Jason?
My opinion is Dwayne Haskins just went to the Redskins.
Oh, okay. Who's Dwayne Haskins?
I mean, the fact that that's even a question is just.
Is that?
He's the quarterback for Ohio State.
Jason, I know that. I was just trolling you.
Well, you didn't know the point guard on the national championship team this year.
Yeah, but Ohio State's in the Big Ten. My favorite team's in the Big Ten. Like, we played against Haskins this year. He beat us.
That's fair.
I was just fucking trolling you. Like, I know Dwayne Haskins. Well, here's the difference, though. Dwayne Haskins was one of the best quarterbacks for a all-star, Ohio State team, and it's college football. I don't give a fuck about some random point guard who's one of 315 point guards in college basketball. So, there you go.
So the Redskins didn't have to give up the farm, and they get him exactly where they wanted him. They got lucky.
So, when is Dan Snyder going to get banned from being an owner?
Never.
How do you allow ownership to be that terrible?
Spurs opened it up by 11 to start the fourth quarter. They're up 13. Denver plus 9.5, plus 104. That's tempting.
Oh, so the Spurs go on an 11-0 run right after I bet the Nuggets money line.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah. It looks like that's exactly what happened.
That's pretty cool.
I might have to take a shot. Plus 10.5 right now. I think they can keep it between 11.
Oh, the Bruins won in overtime. Bruins just won. It's 3-2 final. Like, have you looked at who's left in the NHL? Like, the Boston Bruins are like the only blue blood team.
That was Eric's pick at like 12-1 to win it all early in the year too.
Yeah, and it's looking better with all those really good teams got knocked out. Calgary's out, and the Tampa Bay Lightning getting knocked out.
I'm taking a shot. I'm taking a shot with the Denver Nuggets plus 11.5, minus 105.
All right, guys, I got to go cap some baseball.
All right, brother.
I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
You got it.
See you. Yeah, I'm actually going to be getting off here in a minute too, Jay.
All right, bud.
As soon as the Mariners game starts and those lines that I want to be able to bet for tomorrow are open to me, I'm going to hit those, and then I got to get.
I already drilled that team total.
I can't bet any of those tomorrow's team totals until the Mariners game starts because the last game of the night has to start before I can bet the next day's games.
All right. Well, it was a good night.
What did you win? $15?
Yeah. I won about $18 tonight.
$18.
No, I won, I don't know, $2,200 when all was said and done.
That's not too shabby.
No,
The
I
only
can't.
football you get.
Fucking Spurs decide to crush this team. But I am on your baseball game. I'm on over 8.5 in that Seattle game. Hopefully we get that home.
I hope so, because that's 2 units.
You drilled 2 unders, but had they already started when we started the show?
The first one did. The Cleveland Indian game did not.
Okay, so that's 1. Have you lost a game that had started after the show?
Well, I'm going to lose the half unit on the Denver Nuggets money line.
Oh, right. So you're still up a half unit then on the show.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Wow, dude. Fucking Denver, you can get a plus 15.5. Am I looking at that right? What the fuck happened to them? Holy shit.
Yep. NBA's rigged, dude.
Well, have a good day at work tomorrow. At least you got off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so we should have some fun over the weekend.
Yeah, if you want to do a show on Sunday, it's going to have to be like earlier because like everything starts at noon. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I don't even think you're awake at noon most of the time. That's just what I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I mean, I can get up. I got to see what is the schedule for NBA and NHL playoff games on Sunday? Are those all early too?
I don't think so. I think some of them are later. Beats me. I have to look at it. But no, like all the MLB games start at noon or start at 3, except for Sunday Night Baseball. So like everything's an afternoon game in baseball.
Right. All right. Yeah, that's fine. We'll figure it out.
All right. Now I'll talk to you later. And I'm going to smash couple of these team totals as soon as this Mariners game starts.
Yeah, buddy. I'll retweet it on Twitter when you post it.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. There he is, one and only Anthony Larson. Man, good night tonight. Thank God I needed it in the worst way after the last 3 weeks. I should have bet more. But beggars can't be choosers. I don't know if anybody tailed Ants over 8.5 in the Seattle game, but I took a shot. I rode him. I also am on the Texas team total over 3.5, which I tailed. Hopefully that wins too. Jay, what's your take on Burns to the Panthers? Solid player. I think he could be really good. I don't know. I have to check who is still the best available though. At what was that at 15? Burns is good though. How about the Giants taking Daniel Jones? I mean, I think Brian Burns was by far the best linebacker out of Florida State this year. I think that's that goes without saying. But I have to see. I'm trying to find a website like an NFL tracker for best available. I mean, they needed defensive help for sure. Montez Sweat is still out there for Mississippi State, but I probably would have took Burns over Montez Sweat. Nothing. I mean, another Mississippi State player, Simmons, out there at defensive tackle. A lot of really good game breakers that should start going off the board soon, man. Marquise Brown is still out there from Oklahoma. Second best tight end in the draft, which is also an Iowa player in Noah Fant. Josh Jacobs still hasn't gone from Alabama, but it's too early. You can't take. I mean, other than Saquon Barkley, who is going to be the best running back in football, you can't take a running back at 15. Oh, Dexter Lawrence, another defensive tackle from Clemson. So the big three are off the board from Clemson. That's nice. Drew Lock's still out there. He's the best quarterback available. I like Finley, but I think Drew Lock's the best quarterback available. But Ryan Finley was not bad at NC State. I thought that he was graded worse than I thought he was. I think Finley has the ability to be a starting quarterback in the NFL without question. I think, yeah, he's still out there. I would say Drew Lock is the best available quarterback, though. He had a really nice year at Missouri. I mean, if I'm looking at this board right now, right, and I need a defensive player, I'm taking Greedy Williams from LSU. I think he's the best cornerback in the draft. Personally, I know there are some people that have Brian Murphy. Where did he play? Washington. I know some people have Brian Murphy from Washington rated higher than Greedy Williams, but man, he was he was literally a lockdown cornerback at LSU. They had the best secondary all year in the nation, in my opinion. They were formidable. DeAndre Baker still out there. I would rate him probably the third best cornerback available. I would say Greedy Williams first, then Brian Murphy, and then DeAndre Baker. I'm sorry, Byron Murphy, not Brian Murphy. But if I need somebody in the defensive backfield right now, I'm all over Greedy Williams. Has there even been a cornerback come off the board yet? This was a solid draft for secondaries too, man. I don't think has there not been a defensive back come off the board yet? Probably not. This draft was so defensive line heavy. So many studs that were at the top of the big board in terms of talent. I know I like in terms of wide receivers, I know that Paris Campbell from Ohio State wasn't like super high on the wide receiver board, but I would take a chance with him. I like Paris Campbell a lot. I think he has the ability to be a major game breaker. All these players have to progress though, man. That's how it is. There's so many quarterbacks. If if there hasn't been a cornerback off the board, that means you got Julian Love out there from Notre Dame still. Garrett Bradbury goes to the Vikings. Center from North Carolina State. That he's probably the first center off the board. There, this draft didn't have like, and a couple of Odell Beckham Juniors. You know what I mean? A couple Megatrons at the top of the wide receiver board. But there are a lot of wide receivers in this draft that can play football in the NFL. You still got Riley Ridley from Georgia. He's still on the board. Who the fuck played first base at Charlotte Christian High School? Oh, the center. You still got Miles Boykin on the board from Notre Dame. That kid from Iowa State, that's a beast. What's the Iowa State's kid's name? Hakeem Butler. You still got Hakeem Butler out there. Obviously, Marquise Brown. Yeah, definitely. But he'll be somebody to go. He'll be somebody to go quickly. I think Marquise Brown was only like plus 230 to be the first wide receiver taken off the board. If he's still on the board, he should go quick. But I thought this draft didn't have like major game breakers, but I thought there were a bunch of wide receivers that were capable of playing in the NFL. David Montgomery's a running back at Iowa State. He's not a wideout. No wide. Oh, okay. No wide receivers have gone. So yeah, you still got a couple of the big boys up there. I wish we could live bet the draft, man, but we can't. David Montgomery is he's a beast, but he's a running back. He should be the second or third running back off the board. Josh Jacobs will be the first running back off the board. He should anyway. Penn State's got a really solid kid too. What's the kid from Penn State? Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders could be the second running back off the board too. Oh, DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf was the favorite. He was like minus 125 to be the first wide receiver on the board. I just didn't think that. I thought that there were wide receivers that could have went number one. I didn't feel comfortable laying the 120 with Metcalf to be the first wide receiver taken. I mean, there are a lot of solid wide receivers. Obviously, you got the kid from Oklahoma and Marquise Brown. You got N'Keal Harry from Arizona State. I thought that this is a great draft for position players and a terrible draft for quarterbacks. The best quarterback in the draft is Haskins. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about Kyler Murray. I think that Dwayne Haskins has the most potential. If I'm the Giants, I take Haskins before I take Jones. I think Jones is a project. I think he could be good down the line, but I would have taken Haskins. Haskins was statistically the best pocket passer in college football last year. And we know he's physically gifted. We know what he could do with his legs, but he was statistically the best pocket passer in all of college football. And that's what you want. Only Finley hit more 15-yard outs perfectly. It's amazing, man. I was going through the stats for the metrics they use to grade these quarterbacks, and it's crazy how many things that they look at. Yeah, Jones is a pro. I don't honestly. Listen, I tip my hat off to Eli Manning, okay? 2-time Super Bowl MVP. He has overperformed year after year after year. For a decade, there was nobody better in the fourth quarter of a football game than Eli Manning. But, I mean, it's time to put the fucking stud out the pasture, or whatever the fuck they say. It's time to put him down. He's ready for the fucking glue factory, you know? I know, you know, what's unfortunate for Giants fans, they see Big Ben still killing it, just signs an extension. They see Rivers still killing it, gets a contract. Eli just doesn't have it. He's done. He was less gifted than all of them and has 2 Super Bowl MVPs. It's time. You know, I would have put him out this year every game just so I can go and get Tua next year and just be the number 1 pick in the draft. But, I mean, all that being said, I think Daniel Jones is a really nice quarterback. I talked about him a lot last year to my clients about how good he was at Duke. Oh, I was just talking about Jeffrey Simmons at Mississippi State. He's probably the best defensive tackle still left on the board. There he goes. As good as Eli Manning is, you know, I mean, he's done. Let's be honest. They're going to put him out there one more year, and they're going to try to get Jones ready. And at the beginning of next year, Jones is your starting quarterback for the New York Giants, unless the Giants really missed, unless they drafted like Christian Hackenberg, like the Jets did one year. If not, he's your starting quarterback next year. Did LJ? No, he's still on the board. Well, it was a good night, fellas. Recouped some money. The Spurs blow out the Nuggets. I said at the beginning of the night, if I had to bet the game, I'd lay it with the Spurs. Did I bet it? No. I didn't. And they win by 20. I can't complain though tonight. That's Rich. That is a great point. That is a great point. The Giants' offensive line is a complete fucking shit show. They are killing Eli Manning. Killing him. They're going to kill Daniel Jones. They need 3 legitimate starters on that offensive line. And if they're not going to draft them, they got to go out and buy them because that offensive line is a fucking embarrassment. Great point by you. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. Late rounds don't necessarily build O-linemen. I mean, let's be honest. The reason why the Cowboys have the best offensive line in football, maybe except for the Colts, is because a few first-round draft picks that the kids were studs. You know, you don't find a Pro Bowl, Hall of Fame offensive left tackle in the 5th round. That's not how the draft works in the NFL. Man, how lucky was Iowa this year to have the 2 best tight ends in football? I do think when healthy, when completely healthy, the Cowboys probably have the best offensive line in football. But in my opinion, a close second is Indianapolis. They are young and they are fucking good. They are good, man. Watch out for the Colts this year. The Colts are my sleeper pick this year. I got them at 16-1 to win it all. I love Indy. They have to fill a few pieces, but they're good, man. They're good. Wow, Ant is in extra innings with this Phillies Marlins game, and he's got the Phillies big Phillies series bet where they were like minus 300 to win the series, something like that. Yankees up 2-0. I was gonna take a shot on them too. 11 out of 13, they're feeling it right now. I like Houston too, though, Chris. I can't lie. Ant thinks that that Houston is completely fugazi. I disagree. I think the Colts and the Texans are the best teams in that conference by a mile. I think the Titans are not good. I don't think they go 9-7 again this year. But Deshaun Watson is real. Yeah, I love the Colts. I like the Colts a lot, man. They just have to fill a few pieces, and they could be a legitimate contender because they have the quarterback. But I'm not low on the Texans. I think the Texans are a few pieces away too. I think both of those teams are really good. have the potential to be really good. Are we on the board in this Seattle game? The total's up to 10. I tailed Dan at 8.5. So we must have some runners on. Thank God I didn't bet that Denver game. I almost took that Nuggets money line. We'll be on tomorrow night. Saturday night we got UFC Fight Night 150. We'll be on strong for that. Looking forward to that. Tomorrow. Drew Lock. Oh, okay. I like it. Denver takes the other tight end from Iowa in the first round. I like that. The problem is they don't have anybody to throw to him. That could be an issue. That's how good those two kids were, though. That's why Iowa was sneaky good all year last year in the Big Ten. And I rode them. Starlin Castro, 2-run homer. Fuck. Yeah, Flacco's finished, man. I just don't think he has it anymore. I cannot wait to talk football with you guys for 6 months. I am fucking amped. They gave me 1 day in April, and we cashed it for a couple G's. We'll take it. Flacco has been relying heavily on tight ends his whole career. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. I just don't think Flacco's that good anymore. Tomorrow we got the Warriors and Clippers, Game 6 in the NBA. Looking forward to that. We got the Blues up 1-0 at the end of the first intermission against the Stars. Gokster, do you see anything live that you like in the Blues Stars game? Tomorrow we got Game 1, Avalanche and the Sharks. Game 1, Hurricanes and the Islanders. Eric, if you're around tomorrow, I'd love to get you on to talk about these two games early, like as soon as I start the show at 7, if you are around. Tony B, I'm ready for the season, bro. I'm always ready. I'm ready 365 days a year for football. It's the only thing I love almost as much as my kid. And then we got a full slate of MLB. We got one NBA playoff game, couple NHL playoff games. Oh, nice. You started working a new gig. Good for you, brother. Yeah, I mean, if you're home doing nothing and you want to come on for a little while and hang out and break down these two games, I'd love to have you. As soon as the new round of playoffs start for the NBA, I'll get Ski on to break down the second round. 1-0 Seattle. bottom of the first. Totals at 11. They must have runners on with like 1 out. It would be nice to get this. Miami. Oh man, Ant is sick right now. So who's out there right now? Quarterback. We got Drew Lock is out there. We got Finley from NC State still out there on the board. We have absolutely no idea where Josh Rosen is going to end up next year because it sure as fuck is not going to be Arizona. 2-0 Seattle. 3-0 Seattle. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's go. 4-0 Seattle. Boom. Way to go, Larson. Let's get this home. Green Bay traded up for Locke. Is that official? Is that right? Is that official? I should have bet this fucking over for more money. I'll take a unit, though. Wow, it's 4-0 in the first inning, and the total only went up 2 runs. I figured it would have went for more than that. Jarrett Stidham. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't that impressed with him this year at Auburn, to be honest. I thought that I don't think he's even the 4th best quarterback in this draft. He might not even be the 5th best quarterback in this draft. Murray, Haskins, Locke, Jones. I might take Finley before I take Stidham. He might be the 6th, the 5th or the 6th. Montez Sweat, Josh Jacobs, Jawan Taylor, Darnell Savage, and Drew Lock are best available right now. Drew Lock, I'm surprised he's still on the board. Oh, Green Bay might be trying to get Lock right now. He's a great kid, too, from everything that I read. Oh, wow. They trade up to get Darnell Savage, the safety from Maryland. Interesting. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay, that makes more sense. The live Seattle total is 12. 12.5 now. That makes more sense. They count him as a safety, though, don't they? Technically, not a defensive back. I'm almost tempted to bet under 12.5 and have a 4-run middle for this total. Ant needs the Phillies to win the next 2 games to win that series where he laid a huge nut. Good luck with that. That total is 13.5 right now. That's a 5-run middle. Wow, Seattle is not fucking around, huh? Jesus. All right, boys. I'm going to call it a night. I'll be on the Odds Market show tomorrow afternoon, breaking down UFC Fight Night 150 with Dave. So I got to do some homework and write some notes down for that. So check that out tomorrow at 2:30 on the Odds Market YouTube channel. And then we'll be back tomorrow night doing this all over again, trying to pick up some units. Love you guys. Back after this.